Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, in the Spring Boot tutorial, next we're going to learn about scope annotation. So we already developed this project. So in this project, customer classes, I have created 3 customer classes, and in the previous video I explained about the auto-wide annotation. So here I am going to in this customer one class, I'm going to create one annotate. I'm going to create one constructor here. I'm creating default constructor. In that default constructor, I'm given one print line. So I'm given customer one class constructor print line. Normally, the constructor can be invoked whenever we creating the object for the class, right? So but here in the Spring framework, it will be I'm just making this object creating line to comment. So in our Spring framework, automatically whatever the classes we created, it will be automatically can creating the object in the Spring framework. Let's see how it does work. I'm going to run without creating any object for the customer one class. See, I did not create the object for the customer one class, right? I'm making the line of object creating in the command line. But how it is run the customer class constructor, how it is run in the output? Because the Spring framework automatically creating the object for the classes. Okay, so that is important. And next thing is, if I'm creating object or not, it will be automatically generated what are the constructor present in the class. Okay, automatically the Spring framework can creating the object for the class. If you don't want to create it, if you want to stop the creation of object automatically by the Spring framework, you can just add the scope annotation for the class. So for customer one class, I'm going to stop the automatic object creation by the Spring framework. So I can give scope annotation and type equal to, sorry, not type, value equal to prototype. So once I given this scope annotation for the customer one class, let's see, I'm running again. See, now the object is not created for the customer one class. Whatever the classes we collected here in this program, the Spring framework does not creating the object whenever we using the scope annotation for the class. Okay, it stopped the automatic creation of object. Okay, and now I'm going to make another changes. I'm removing this scope. Now I'm running again this program. See, now I am getting the constructor one class. See, now the constructor is executed because the scope is removed there. So that is the reason. So I can stop this. And the another thing is, here I am creating only one object. Here I am creating only one object. So I'm going to create another one object also and calling the show method again. It's fine. But the thing is, how many objects are created, constructor should equally run at the same time. If I'm creating two objects, constructor also must be run two times, right? Now I'm running this program. The thing is, without the scope, I'm running. Without given a scope annotation, I'm running this program. I have two objects, but the constructor does not work twice. See, only one time. It is running by the Spring framework. Okay, whatever the objects we creating, the objects considered only one time. Okay, the all objects can be stored to the get bin. Refers to the bin. So it referring only a single object. How many objects you can create? It will be referring only one object. So the Spring framework can run the constructor only one time. If you want to stop this action, if you want to break this action, how many objects you created, normally you want to run the constructor at that time, you can use scope annotation here. Now what I can do, I'm removing this scope annotation command line. Now again I'm running the same method. See, now what will happen? The Spring framework does not creating the object. Other than that, I'm creating, how many times I'm creating the object? Two times. Okay. For the C1 object, it will run the constructor, and for the C2 object, it will run the constructor twice. So that is why we need to use the scope annotation in Spring Boot. So thanks for watching. Next video we will see in the next topic.